Hey, everybody. How's everything going tonight? Great to see you. Oh, look at that. I put the verse up a little too soon. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to give you a few minutes to get on here, and I'm going to share with you an encouraging word for Wednesday, July the 15th. Wednesday, July the 15th. Antoinette, good to see you. Welcome. I know some other folks are coming on, and good to see everybody. I can hardly believe that today is 4 months, and I'm yawning just thinking about it. 4 months that we have been in really just this crazy, crazy season of uncertainty and unknowns and all of that. And um, wow, I just can't believe that. We have a little calendar thing here, and every day I change the dates on it to reflect the numbers of the day we're at today. And today when I changed it to July 15th, I thought to myself, wow, it was March 15th was the last time that we were together, physically together, at least at church. So that's 4 months ago, and that's just craziness. But boy, it's really been something, hasn't it? Antoinette, great to see you. Ginny, good to see you. A lot of folks are hopping on tonight. Peggy Ford, hey, great to see you. Peggy, good to see you. Welcome. Glad to have you on tonight. It's wonderful. I'm going to share with you in just a few minutes a verse from the scriptures that I hope will encourage you. And I want to talk to you about it for a few minutes. I hope it not only encourages you, but gives you a place to kind of hang your hat in these days that we find ourselves in. Just going to give folks a few more minutes to come on, and we'll spend a few minutes together. Yeah, I'm tired today. I bit of a long day today. Had a few meetings and some appointments today, and spent some time talking with some folks. And boy, by the time the end of the day gets here, I've been feeling it. Anybody else feeling that kind of that weird feeling of really not knowing when your day starts and when your day ends, particularly if you're working from home? I find myself sort of it's such a weird season that I'm like, well, is it time to start working, stop working? I feel like I kind of, when I get going in the morning, I get going in the morning, and then the day goes on, and you're having phone calls and talking with people and doing this and doing that. That it sends this sort of, it could be this misperception, if you will, that you're always on, and maybe you have some of that too. I don't know. I just find that everything just feels a little strange. And boy, I'm ready to be back together in person for church, but we are watching things and really have decided collectively as a leadership team, safety is going to win the day here. It really is, and I am just not convinced as of yet that it is 100% safe to call people back together. And when it is, we will. The church is not closed. The church is very much open. The building may be closed right now, but the church is open. And we've got so many opportunities for you to take advantage of. And after I talk about this, I'll go into our verse for today. But there's a few things that you could do. First of all, you can follow. You can join us on Sunday at 9:30 and 11:15 in English and 1:15 in Spanish at thebridgeli.com. You can follow us on Facebook at The Bridge Church, or right on my personal page at Dan Quagliata. I'd love to have you do that. We have a new YouTube channel, not so new anymore, but it's The Bridge Church LI. The Bridge Church LI. And we're introducing a brand new element to our Sunday morning experiences coming up this week. Immediately following the 9:30 and the 11:15 services, we are going to have what's called an afterglow. And you're going to get an email about this. Those of you that call the Bridge Church home, an email about this tomorrow. And it is an opportunity for you, following the services, to log into Zoom and to talk with me and to say hello to each other and have an opportunity to be, quote unquote, face to face, just talking about life and the message for the day, what God has on your heart, and just getting to kind of see other people. So I hope that you will take advantage of that. It's really going to be a great time together. Just a new element, again, that we're adding that I hope will raise the sense of connectedness that folks have. Well, as I've said to you, anytime you have a question about what's going on, put it in the comments section. We'll try to answer it. I don't know if the comments are showing up on all three platforms, meaning my page, the Bridge page, and via our YouTube channel. So I apologize. I know Antoinette, Jenny, Peggy, Maria, and Jill Hahn, good to see you. Are you commenting, guys, on my personal page or on the Bridge page? Write that in the comments section, and that'll give me a chance to kind of know, and maybe I can direct people accordingly, particularly if you have any questions. But here is a verse for today, and this brings me back to my days as a camper at a camp called Northern Frontier Camp in the heart of the Adirondacks, a Christian boys camp that shaped the lives of so many young men, including myself. And I went there every summer for about 10 years, and I just loved it. And every day there'd be a verse for the day. Normally it happened after breakfast, and it was a great time of just hearing a verse, and I remember so many of those. It's the Bridge page, by the way, that folks are commenting on. So if you're following us on Facebook, I don't know why on my personal page I can't quite get it to connect. But just go ahead and comment on the Bridge page, the Bridge Church. Just go ahead and like that. But here is the post, the word for today, the verse for today. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in him. Fear the Lord, you, his holy people, for those who fear him lack nothing. One more time. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in him. In other words, where do you go when the storms are raging? Where do you go? Where do you go when there's uncertainty? Where do you go when there are unknowns? The writer here is saying, taste and see that the Lord is good. You'll find blessing when you take refuge in him. He's a safe place. And he said, fear the Lord, you as holy people. Fear him, honor him, take refuge in him, because when you revere God, you lack nothing. It's almost as if the author is saying, put all your focus on who God is, his love for you, his care for you, that he's guarding you, that he's protecting you, and you will find that nothing will pale in light of knowing that you're safe in the arms of God. I just encourage you with that tonight. It's so easy to say, you know what? Let's see what's being said in the news. Let's see what's being said in the paper. Let's see what's being said through media outlets, social media, and all of that. Now, don't get me wrong. We need to be aware of some of what's going on around us and hear from people who are more knowledgeable and whatnot, and the things that are concerning our world right now, particularly around COVID-19. But you know something? You have to be careful about the things that churn fear, worry, and dismay and uncertainty. Here is the thing that I know. None of the things going around us have bumped God off the throne. God hasn't looked at one thing and said, oops, I didn't see that coming. Don't know if I can handle that. He's absolutely able, more than able, to do what he says that he'll do, to accomplish what he needs to accomplish, to guard and protect and take care of you. So put your hope in him tonight. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in him. Honor him, fear him, and not in the sense of being afraid of, but respect him. Put him at the highest place, and you'll find that you lack for nothing. And that's really what I want for you, to lack for nothing, because God wants to provide every good thing for you. So thanks so much for taking the opportunity to listen tonight. I hope that you've been encouraged. We do these things so that you can choose faith over fear, peace over panic, worship over worry, and assurance over anxiety. You know where you find those things? You find those things in the Lord. You find those things in who He is. You find them in the hope and the assurance that comes from knowing that God is still very much in control, desperately and passionately loves you, and will take care of you. Will take care of you. Hey, someone has a question. Hi, Pastor Dan. Is the church open? Yes, the church is open, but the building is not open as of right now. We are still monitoring the situation closely, watching it, and we will let you know when we are ready to go back to having our worship services together again. So thank you, Mary Beth, for that question. And we're working on some communication to let you know kind of what that timeline is going to look like. Still some unknowns with some of this. Hi, Denise. Good to see you. Welcome to our live broadcast tonight. So great to have you. If anybody has any more questions, feel free to put them there. And it's been great to be with you. Hey, don't forget, I try to remind you in every phone call that I make to leave you all a message, or these Facebook posts, or whatever it might be. We are praying for you. That is something I can tell you. My wife and I are praying for you daily, and by name. All right, week after week, we go through and we are praying for you. And I have to tell you, when it comes around the question of somebody asks, is the church open? Your safety is absolutely important to us. Absolutely important to us. And we just believe right now there are enough indicators around us to say we still have to be cautious through this thing. We have to be cautious. I watched a pastor recently apologizing to his congregation, a larger church. They didn't take the appropriate measures that they should have taken. And when it came back to, I don't know if you're aware of this, folks, but when you decide to open in a large group, if somebody does get sick, they do a thing called contact tracing. So the CDC will reach out, and others will say they'll do a thing called contact tracing to find out who the individual that's got sick, who were they around, and who are those people around. And talk about an arduous process, particularly in a larger church. And they found out that this 11-year-old little boy who passed had contracted the coronavirus through an in-person large group gathering in their church experience. Well, I'll tell you, we're watching what's happening in Florida, Texas, and other places, and I'm not convinced that we're out of the woods yet. And so, you know what? It is the best thing and the safest thing for us to continue waiting and watching. And there are some churches on Long Island that have opened, and I've spoken with their pastors, and some folks were ready to open and have decided to delay that because of the situation at hand. And I just believe, the way that we love our neighbor is to protect our neighbor. Loving our neighbor means protecting our neighbor. And that's really one of the best decisions, I think, that we can make. And so we'll continue to watch it. And yes, Rebecca, there will be another all-church Zoom. I will tell you, immediately following the morning services this week, 9:30 and 11:15, and for all of our services hereafter, I'm offering a Zoom kind of a hangout, an afterglow following our morning services, where people can talk, say hello, we'll interact a little bit together about the message from that particular day, say hello to each other, maybe share some insights that God's given to you, and just be able to be together. And then, Rebecca, just so that you know, we're working on another all-church Zoom for midweek again as well. So we will do that. Hey, for those of you, just to throw this out there, for those of you that are saying, you know what, Pastor Dan, we're completely comfortable being around people and going to church. I know that there are churches on the island like Beacon and even Centerpoint that have decided to open up, and you have to pre-register and whatnot like that, but you may want to take advantage of those opportunities until we're comfortable opening the bridge again. So feel free to do that. Those men who pastor those churches are my colleagues. I love them. We're friends. I love what they're doing. We really stand together as one. And so there's nothing lost by attending a place like that and sitting under the teaching of God's word and enjoying that. And we'll be open. We'll be open at some point here, hopefully not too long down the path. All right, everybody. Great to see you. God bless you. Have a great night. Again, we are praying for you. We love you. So grateful for you as a church. And stay tuned. We'll be back with you again to share a word of encouragement, a word of hope with you. Don't forget about this coming Sunday, all right? 9:30 and 11:15, 1:15 in Spanish, and then we'll afterglow on Zoom afterwards, and all of that information will be available for you this Sunday. Hey, one more time with our verse. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in him. Fear the Lord, you his holy people. For those who fear him lack, say it together, nothing. Those who fear him lack what? Nothing. That is a great place to be. God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.